Imagine waking up one morning and realizing your job isn't yours anymore. Not because you were fired, not because you failed, but because a machine learned how to do it faster, cheaper, and without needing coffee breaks. Sounds like the beginning of a dystopian film, right? But it's not the future. It's happening now. The question isn't what jobs are at risk. The real question is what parts of us cannot be automated. Let's go deeper. When we talk about AI affecting the job market, we often imagine robots walking into offices and factories, politely asking us to pack our things. But that's not what's really happening. What's happening is more subtle and far more significant. AI isn't designed to replace people, it's designed to replace processes. It targets the small, repeatable functions within our roles, the kind we often do on autopilot. In customer service, it's not the relationship building or conflict resolution that's being automated. It's the simple queries like checking order status or resetting passwords. In healthcare, AI isn't diagnosing rare conditions on its own. It's assisting with analyzing scans faster than a radiologist could. What's quietly disappearing isn't the role itself, but the hours spent doing what could be done more efficiently by a system trained to never get tired, never take a break, and never make a typo. Consider this. Most jobs are a blend of tasks that require human judgment and tasks that follow a predictable pattern. AI thrives on patterns. It consumes large amounts of data, recognizes repetition, and automates it with remarkable precision. Accountants aren't vanishing, but bookkeeping, data entry, and tax form processing are rapidly shifting toward automation. Writers aren't becoming obsolete, but AI can help generate first drafts, analyze engagement trends, or suggest edits, making content creation faster, but not necessarily more meaningful. In marketing, professionals still craft strategy and understand human emotion, but AIs are writing the headlines and crunching the numbers. What this means is that while the titles on our business cards might remain, the content of our daily work is quietly being reshaped by intelligent systems working in the background. This transformation forces us to reimagine the very nature of our roles. Jobs that were once 80% repetitive and 20% creative may flip. For example, a financial analyst may spend less time gathering spreadsheets and more time interpreting what the data means. A teacher may no longer have to design every quiz or hand grade every paper, but now has the space to focus more on mentoring, motivating, and understanding each student's emotional needs. What AI is doing is not pushing humans out of the workplace. It's pushing us up the value chain into parts of our jobs that require intuition, empathy, and abstract thinking. But the catch is this. We have to be ready to step into those higher value tasks. Because while AI won't fire you, it will absolutely make you irrelevant if the only value you bring is something it can learn to do faster. As artificial intelligence continues to evolve, we're seeing a quiet but powerful shift in what the world values. Technical skills will always matter, but what's becoming irreplaceable are the things that make us uniquely human. AI can process information at scale, but it doesn't feel. It doesn't listen between the lines. It doesn't understand the weight behind a pause or the power of a well-timed silence. Emotional intelligence, empathy, and the ability to connect deeply with others, these are not soft skills anymore. They are survival skills. In a world where machines handle the calculations, it's the human who understands the context that makes the difference. A therapist, a coach, a leader, they all rely on nuance, body language, tone, trust. None of that can be fully coded into an algorithm. Think about the difference between solving a problem and understanding why that problem exists. AI can find patterns in data and offer solutions based on probabilities. But the human brain, especially one trained to think critically, asks deeper questions. Is this the right problem to solve? Who is affected by this? What are the unseen consequences? Creativity plays a similar role. AI can mimic styles, finish your sentence, even draft an entire story. But originality, the kind that stirs emotion or challenges a worldview, comes from human experience. It comes from struggle, perspective, and the ability to draw connections where none seem to exist. That's why roles in design, strategy, negotiation, counseling, and innovation aren't just safe from automation, they are becoming central to the future of work. Leadership, too, is being redefined. Not as command and control, but as the ability to inspire, guide, and care. Machines don't build trust. People do. Machines don't unite teams during moments of crisis. People do. The leaders of tomorrow won't be the ones who know the most, but the ones who make others feel seen, safe, and capable. And that kind of leadership cannot be programmed. The truth is, the more advanced our tools become, the more we crave the human touch. As AI handles logistics, scheduling, and even decision-making support, it frees us to double down on what we've always done best. Imagining, feeling, relating, storytelling, leading, not in spite of the technology around us, but precisely because of it. So, what jobs are affected by AI? Almost all of them. But not in the way we fear. It's not the job titles that are under threat, it's the predictable parts of those jobs. The tasks that don't require imagination, empathy, or depth of understanding. Those are fading fast. What's left, what's rising in value, are the things only people can do. To care, to create, to question, to connect. AI may be the most powerful tool we've ever built, but it's still just that, a tool. And tools don't define us. How we use them does. The future of work doesn't belong to the smartest algorithm. It belongs to the most human among us. So instead of asking, how do we compete with AI? Maybe we should start asking, how do we become even more human in a world full of machines?